Hey guys, it's Sarah with the Wreath Shop here, just getting some kits put together so you can see what the finished product looks like. Please hop on and say hi and join us. If you're new here, I am the owner of the Wreath Shop. We have all of your wreath making supplies and needs. You can find us online only at thewreathshop.com. We offer we offer free shipping at $89 or more and 5% back towards your future purchases with our loyalty rewards. So I'm distracted by the lighting and the different colored doors we have back here. It makes that one look a lot darker, which it is. I don't like the look. I was just trying some things out. Hop on and say hi. Let us know if you're new. A lot of you we've seen before. I know everybody likes to see the final product of the wreath kits we pull together. And if you're new, we pull a lot of items together. We curate kits for you so you don't have to try to figure out your own designs if you're not good at that. So we pull mesh and signs and ribbons together, everything you need to make your own wreath. And today I got this one started already. It's the pink and green Happy Easter wreath kit. So you get all of the mesh, you get the wreath frame, you get the sign, you get the ribbons. I can't see without my glasses. Hey Karen, hey Stephanie, thanks for hopping on. I'm glad y'all hopped on and are joining today. It's always last minute when I go on, but y'all can keep me company while I put these together for you, and then we'll have these videos available afterwards on our YouTube channel. So sometimes people don't know, they grab these wreaths and they're doing their first wreath and they've never done it before. So they see these videos and we've already got the mesh all done and the sign on there. So I just like to leave like a little bit off so I can show you how I had already put these on. Sorry, I forgot. Hey Glenda, thanks for hopping on. Oh, hey Tina, hey guys. Anytime I'm on here, since I am the owner, feel free to ask me some questions while I'm here. What's new, what's coming in, whatever. Okay. I'm going to, let's see. Okay, so what we do with the mesh is when we unroll it from the roll, we cut it at about 19 inches each. And so I'll have one of each color. So this one I had already done, so it's all crumpled up and I had to unroll it. But we're just gonna roll the edges in and then scrunch it up in the center. And do the same with the other. Roll the edges in and scrunch it up in the center. And then you take two ties that are here together on your wreath frame already and tie it in. Probably everybody here watching already knows how to do this, but this is for everybody watching the replay that does not. Okay, and then you just do that in every set of ties around the work form. And you end up with your pretty, I love this pink and green. And this kit uses the wide strip mesh in both colors. You see how it makes it vibrant because it has these wider strips in there. It's bold and vibrant. And it's nice and thick and holds its shape, so it's really poofy. So this is my favorite kind of mesh to use. I think it's Sonia's too. And Sonia will be live tonight at 7 o'clock. She's always live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central here on the Wreath Shop Facebook page. What is she making? She's making a really cute floral bunny bottom swag. It'll be cute. You'll have to tune in and watch. So now I need to put my sign on. What's everybody up to today? Trying to think, what am I doing? I need chenille stems to attach this to my wreath. That's what I need to do. The sun is shining here in North Texas. It's about 7 degrees. It's such a nice change from the polar vortex or whatever it was, the ice storm that came through. Hi Lori, how are you? Thanks for hopping on. Okay, I need chenille stems. Where did all my chenille stems go? Oh, look, They all fell out of my basket somehow. They probably got caught by something. That's why I'm getting distracted. I'm like, what am I looking for? I can't find what I'm looking for. They escaped my bucket over here. Let me show you this. Let me show you what, I don't know how these were in here. Let me show you what Sonia made for me. Okay, she took a metal container and she made me a nice little tool bucket. This is what she says she does at home. These are all messed up now. So it's got all my scissors in it. It's got my rotary cutter. It's got my wire cutters, my zip ties, my glue sticks, everything where I can find it. Tina is making Valentine's orders still. Valentine's is in less than 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. Robin, watching for the first time. Oh, welcome, Robin. I'm glad you're here. Waiting for new grandbaby to arrive. That is super exciting. He's being stubborn. You're just killing time on Facebook, huh? Well, I'm glad you decided to join us. Karen, cold and rainy in Florida. Really? Well, it's time y'all got it and not us. You're finally warm and sunny. We're going down to my mother-in-law's farm this weekend in South Texas, and it's going to be 80 degrees. I cannot wait. I'm just so excited. It's sunny and warm and 70 here today. Okay. Thanks for sticking with me while I rearrange my bucket. I don't know how these were in there. Sonia, you'll have to fix it when you come back. I don't think she's hopped on yet. She usually does at some point. Okay, so I'm going to take 4 chenille stems. I could use white or pink or green, anything that's a similar color. And I need my staple gun. I swear I have another one somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. I always cut this little sisal rope off, or jute rope, whatever, and then restaple my own chenille stems. Hi, Tanya from Queen Creek, Arizona. I've never heard of Queen Creek. First time watching. Well, welcome, Tanya. I'm glad you joined us. I'm gonna staple these chenille stems onto the back of my sign with my staple gun. And I always do it very lightly and lean it a little bit so it doesn't go straight through and end up having the staples show through the front. Trina, rough week there? There's Sonia. Thanks. Yeah, come fix my bucket. I don't know how you had the chenille stems in there, but they don't want to stay put now. They're trying to escape. Robin lives in Kansas, but I'm watching from Childress. Oh, we drive through Childress all the time. Going to New Mexico or Colorado. Oh, thanks, Barb. Is it my layer, my vest over my shirt? I was cold. I came in here and it was cold, so I had to put my vest back on. It's the glasses too, I think. So I can read, I can see what y'all are saying. I can't see anything without them. Okay, so with this wreath, I'm gonna put, grabbing the ribbons. I'm gonna put my sign on one side and a big bow on the other. So I'm just gonna lay this sign on here, get it where I like it, and then take these chenille stems and shove them down through the mesh so that they wrap around the actual wreath frame. And I'm gonna give them, meet them behind the wreath frame and give them a good twist so it's nice and snug. And then whatever ends of the chenille stems are left, I pull them back up through so they're not poking out the back. And I'm gonna do one top corner and one bottom corner first to get it set up. Just keep looking back and making sure. Like really, however I get it on there is probably gonna be just fine. So what's going on? Let's see. Super Bowl is this weekend. Anybody care about the Super Bowl? Personally, I don't think I even know who's playing, but I do enjoy watching it for the commercials and halftime. I'm just there for commercials and halftime. I think the chenille stems were in a metal pitcher. Oh, you know what? I bet we probably, maybe it was still in inventory and we sold it and somebody came and grabbed it and just left the chenille stems. I bet that's what happened. Oops. What kind of frame do you use? I don't have one sitting here by itself. It's what we call a work wreath frame. So they're like 15 inches. This is what the back of it looks like. They're 15 inches and there's a little depth to it. It's a couple inches deep. And it already has all of these, PVC little branches attached to it, like two here and there and there and there and there. So you don't have to attach chenille stems to it, and you can, it just makes things much easier and less time consuming. So you attach your mesh onto your wreath with those branches, and you can attach your ribbons directly on with those as well. Oops, this one didn't stay put with my staple. Crap. Y'all, I don't want to take the whole thing off and restaple it. Let me see what I can do. Oh, thank you for sprinkling the love, Miss Kathy. Let's see if I can do this without stapling my fingers. That would not be fun. Well, let us know if the grandbaby arrives while you're watching. That would be super exciting. That pink and green is really pretty together. I know. Oh my gosh. Pink and green. Oh yeah, that's a classic. They always look, love pink and green. It's kind of like, it's just different shades of like red and emerald green together, if you think about it. They're like opposites that look great together. So pink is a shade of red and the lime is a shade of green. It's your favorite kind of mesh? Yes, Debbie. Love this mesh. Okay, almost done. This is why Sonia usually starts the lives. If she's doing a mesh wreath, she's usually already got the mesh on her wreath and she's usually got her sign. Because it's a little time consuming and boring and it's usually done the same way every time, so you don't need to see it. If you don't know how to do all this stuff, you can find tons of videos on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/@the-wreath-shop, or just go onto YouTube and search for the Wreath Shop. Although it's kind of vague, so some weird stuff may come up too. Your favorite wreath kit is the frog one. Oh, I love the frog one. Hi, Kathy from Florida. Yeah, I love the frog one. It's so cute. And the pink, yeah, again, the pink and green. Love that. Okay, so I just attached 4 chenille stems to the back of my sign and then attached it to my wreath. And now I'm going to do a big bow. I also already cut ribbon tails. So the kit comes with 4 ribbons, of course. I think we did pretty much this same kit last spring, I think, but I think stuff came in kind of late. So it didn't get as much notice. And I just updated it with a couple different ribbons, I think. So I'm trying to show you, these are all unraveled. But these are the 4 different ribbons that this kit comes with. And so I took these ribbons and already cut ribbon tails You can do 12 or 13 inches. I usually do around like 12.5 inches or 13 inches, and then I end up trimming it anyways. I should just learn to do 12 inches. But so I cut 5 pieces of each ribbon at somewhere around 12 or 13 inches each, and then dovetailed the ends. If you don't know how to dovetail, I'll show you in a minute when we do a bow, but it's typically how you usually finish off any ribbon tails to make it look nice. So I went ahead and did these because I'm going to add them around the outside of my wreath. This is just keeping it nice and simple, having like kind of a recipe for your wreath. If you add your mesh, I don't know, did I say cut the mesh at about 19 inches each? And you need, there are 18 sets of ties on every work form wreath, as long as there's none missing. There's 8 around the inner ring and 10 around the outer ring. So you need 18 pieces of each color of mesh. And so since there's 10 sets of ties around the outer ring, that's why I do 5 pieces of each ribbon, because we're going to pair 2 pieces up, and we're going to put these in one set of ties and these in the next set of ties and keep alternating. So you need 5 of each to make 10. Just trying to make sure this is the way I want to do it. I mean, you can really pair these up any way you want, because this would work too. Really doesn't matter. But I'm going to put the white and the pink together, and then the pink and the green together. So I'm just going to crisscross these and then pinch them in the center. Some people like to fold these, like to line them up and folding. I think our Lisa always did. Fold them in the center so you know exactly where the center is and pinch them there. You can do that. I don't take the time to do it. I just crisscross them, pinch it in the center, and then I'm going to add it to a set of ties on the outer part of my wreath. I'm not untying the ties. That they have the mesh tied down. I'm not untying them. I'm just adding them right on top of the mesh. And then you want, let me pull you down a little bit so you can see better. And then you always want to fluff them. You want to kind of, you don't want to just tie them in there and have them sticking straight out or whatever. So you always kind of want to just run your fingers, hands along there and give them a little curl. Which one am I doing? Okay, pink and green. So again, we're just gonna cross these in the center and pinch and add them into the next one. Sonia, what stuff are you working on right now? Are you done with Valentine's yet? Or are you still filling some last minute Valentine's orders? We're doing spring or Easter. Is anybody doing Easter yet? Aside from us, we're doing Easter here. Sonia's been doing Easter. Sonia's doing Easter all this week. I'm finally getting on this Easter one. We'll see if I make it to the St. Patrick's Day one. I can't see. You what? I'm just alternating these. I don't know why'd you say me? What is that? I know Sonia's gonna watch the Super Bowl. We're talking about it again. We like the commercials in halftime. Kathy is doing Easter. Oh, good. We're not the only ones. What kind of Easter are you doing? Are you doing mesh or grapevines? The grapevines and florals have been super popular lately. Y'all, I can't for the life of me remember which ones how I'm pairing these up. Sorry, wrong emoji. Couple last minute Valentine and Easter. Oh, you're doing both. Valentine's, I swear Valentine's is really like, there's always people ordering last minute, like it sneaks up on them. So it's like February 1st, February 2nd, and they're like, oh, Valentine's is in 2 weeks. I need stuff. I think we don't have much Valentine's stuff left in the shop here. They bought us out pretty good. Do many of you do St. Patrick's? I don't think it's a huge seller, but some people like it. It's fun, something different. And if you're Irish, of course, you've got to have it. I'm not getting this right. What am I doing? Told you. See, that's why you should have these paired up on your table so you don't have to think so hard. You fold the tails, you do? That's funny. I have never done that. Seeing Lisa do it was the first time. It's like, y'all, I'm all about time. I don't like it when things take so long. That's why it can take quite a while to cut your mesh and add it to the wreath. By the way, in case you don't know, get your rotary mat or your cutting mat and a rotary cutter. It makes it so much easier and quicker. And we do sell them here at thewreathshop.com, of course. Click on other and then tools, and you can find all of the basic supplies that you need for wreath making: chenille stems, zip ties, scissors, amazing scissors, all the things. And again, you can find our wreath kits. Go to thewreathshop.com and click on wreath kits, and you will find them. And they do sell out, sometimes extremely quickly. It keeps us going here. We're constantly having to make more kits and curate these products for you. Keeps me busy. And then everybody still wants to see what the finished product looks like, so we always have to put them together for you too. Tina, you do make St. Patrick's. You live close to Chicago. Oh yeah, I would think Chicago would be a good area for St. Patrick's. That's fun. It's not as big of a deal here in Texas. You fold quickly. That's funny. I'm sure Sonia's just there at home churning these wreaths out, so she's got it down to an art. I used to once upon a time, many years ago. Tina loves the kits. Thank you. I know that kits are great sellers. Now I've added those outer tails. If there's any that are too long, you can just trim them down. So now I'm gonna make my bow. This is the hard part for me. It's really just like deciding how I want the bow to be. Okay, Sonia, 2 loops for each ribbon. Let's see. I think we do the white on the back. And then I'm going to leave about an 8-inch tail. And this is my easy bow maker that I use to make the bows easier. Don't have to cramp your hand. Okay, and I'm gonna make the first 2 loops about 5.5 inches. Trying to get where y'all can see. She's not answering me. I think we usually do 2 loops with each ribbon. My scissors. Scissors. Uh-oh, where are my scissors? Here they are. These are my favorite scissors that we saw here, the turquoise handled ones. They are super strong and can cut through several ribbons at one time. Several wired ribbons at one time. That's the key. Yes, thank you. 2-1-2-1. Tina knows. Or is that your method? You do like 2 loops on each side? Is that what you're saying? And then 1 loop on each side, and then 2, and then 1. I'm just doing 1 loop on each side for a total of 2. Okay, so then with my second ribbon, I'm going to go about 1/2 inch shorter with the loops. And you always twist it once you put it through the rods. You want to twist it and then make your next loop. And that way you keep the pattern facing you. You don't want to lose your pattern and show the wrong side of your ribbon. Tina, it's okay, you tried. I appreciate it. Okay, I did white and pink, so then I want to do green on top of that. So you start with it face up, so you have your tail facing up, and then twist and do your loop 1/2 inch smaller. I think Sonia usually ends with 2 and a bump is what she calls it. So I'm going to twist that again, do 1/2 inch smaller. Cut my tail. And then finish up with the pink and white. I said yes, 2. Yes, I usually do 2 on each side and then 1 on each side. Oh, I gotcha. I always did 2. Well, I would start off with the bottom ribbon with my base. I would often do 2 on each side, but it just seemed like they were too big. And Sonia kept reminding me, no, just do 1 on each side. And it's much more manageable. My twist didn't stay twisted. Okay, so again, I'm going 1/2 inch smaller. Could even add another, I might just add another green on top because there's more pink in here than there is green. What I probably should have done is done the green in between the 2.5 inch ribbons. There's a white and a pink. You could do a layer of green in between there, but I'm just going to do another layer on top. And I'll do Sonia's bump. Hi, Pia. Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, your bump. Your lovely lady bump. Okay, so these are much smaller loops. And then I'm just going to do a little third one that's just a little bump. Cut that off. And then I'm going to grab my zip. I'm going to grab a white zip tie. We do have white and black zip ties that you can also find under tools. And I'm going to grab a pink chenille stem this time. So I'm going to take my zip tie and place the middle of it over the middle of my bow. So I'm squeezing this bow together. So I pull it up and off, and I'm placing the middle of my zip tie over it, and then I'm going to flip it over. Make sure my zip tie stays in the center. And then I was just double checking to make sure it was centered, and I'm going to run my chenille stem through there. I didn't pull it all the way tight yet. Run my chenille stem through there, or you can use another zip tie. Still making sure I'm in the center. And pull it nice and snug. And clip that off. Okay, done with my bow maker for this second. I like to go ahead and attach my bow before I do all the fluffing. Otherwise I'll fluff it and then attach it, and then I'll have to refluff it again because I smash it. Here's my chenille stems, here they are. I'm just going to place this across from my sign. And again, I'm going to shove my chenille stems down through the mesh and around my frame, just like I did when I attached my sign. Twist those chenille stems and pull them back up so they're not sticking through there. So, in case you didn't know what the dovetailing was that I was talking about, this is where we'll dovetail the ends of our ribbon tails. This one needs a little trim. Okay, so it's where you just take the end of your ribbon and fold it in half. You cut it at a diagonal going up in the center. So you make your pretty V or a dovetail. That's how dovetails look. I guess they do. Never really looked at dovetails. That's the problem. It's really annoying when you're trying to do that and you accidentally cut it in the wrong direction and now your ribbon tails are shorter than you wanted. It's always a pain in the rear. Just go through and dovetail each one of these. Uh-oh, I lost a ribbon piece in there. I think it fell through. So again, don't forget, Sonia will be live again here tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time, making a fun floral bunny bottom swag. It's going to be so cute. And of course, she's adding the little cabbage picks, the new little cabbage picks. She's adding some of those in there, and a bunch of other florals. It's going to be cute, cute. Oh no. I think we have some spam going on there. Okay, so now I'm gonna fluff my bow. That's where you just fluff everything into an X. And pull them up, pull your loops up and out. Oh, I missed some tails. Catch these tails that I missed. Okay. And then we just have a bunch of ribbon tails. So this is how it's looking so far. And then I'm gonna do, you can do different things. You could do a cheater bow here and here around that, or you could do just smaller the Lisa bows. Oh, this is the Lisa bows. Thanks, Tina. I think I'll just do some cheater bows. And I'm going to do these just with one tail, I think. So we want these, if you're just gonna do one tail, you'll want it about 16 or 17 inches long. And then, because you want the finished loop with a tail to be about 12 inches. I don't know, I always just do it. So you have a loop and one tail, and I'm gonna do that with each of these ribbons. Let me see how long that was. Oh, sorry, it was 19 inches. Okay, so you can go ahead and cut these to 19 inches. That'll make it a little easier. Go ahead and cut one piece of each ribbon to 19 inches, or you can go ahead and do two for your two cheater bows. This is kind of a half a cheater bow. It's also really hard for me to talk and do anything else at the same time. I'm always driving with my mom and just get to talking, and then I keep exiting the wrong place or missing my exit. I cannot talk and drive at the same time, even if I know very well where I'm going. I've been there 100 times. So with these, you only need to dovetail one end, because the other end is just going to be hidden. I only left for a minute. Well, there you go. That's what happens. You weren't on watch. Okay, so again, I'm just folding this, making one loop up here and having like a little inch left over. Like that. I'm going to do the same with each one and make sure the tail that's showing is the dovetailed one. And just kind of crisscross these and pinch them together. Haven't watched Sonia's method. See if she's got a different method for this. Do this one. think I could have gone with 18 inches. I think I cut them about an inch longer than I really needed. I don't think I've tried these half cheater bows yet. This is a first for me. Because sometimes it's just too many tails. I don't like all the tails. See, so those are pretty long. I'll trim them up a little bit. Okay, so I've got my wreath. I think this is backwards for y'all, isn't it? I've got my sign here. I've got a bow here. So I'm going to put one right down here and one right up here. And I'm just using the ties that are already on here, those bushy white ties. I'm not using a zip tie or chenille stems or anything for these. And then just fluff it. Floof it. This one's a little extra long. And I'm gonna make another one of those for up at the top. And then I have some extras here. I have some greenery and some Easter eggs that we can see about adding in to finish it off. Adding these little extras are always fun to make these kits your own and put your own little touch on them. I like those half bows. I know, right? Okay, so I'm gonna cut one more piece of each ribbon at about 18.5 inches or so. Sonia and I are just trying to get some wreaths knocked out for y'all. We've had so many new supplies and things coming in to show you. It's hard to get to it all. Always click around. You can check out what's new. You can click on the decor section and check out seasonal. You can filter by different seasons and themes like Easter or spring. Can go to decor, to the signs to see all our signs. Everything is very filterable, so you can easily get to the colors or seasons or whatever it is that you want. And we also have our search bar is AI, so just type in what you're looking for and hopefully it should come up with it for you. Okay, again, I'm gonna make one more of these half bows. Just want to make sure I pinch it. I leave enough of a tail so that it doesn't come undone. Thanks, Sonia. Again, assuming that's Sonia. I always assume it could always be Julie sneaking in there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add this one up at the top with my tails going down. And then floof it. I like to say floof. My daughter's dog that lives with us call her a big floof. She's a big, what is she? She's a sheepadoodle. She's half poodle and half sheepdog. And she's a big floof. Big fluffy. You brush her out and she gets all big and fluffy. And now she has a Persian kitten too that's another big floof. Okay, so that's done, and I've already done the ribbon tails. I do feel like it needs a little something here, so I'm just gonna cut some ribbon tails to add in here next to the sign, the bottom corner there. I'm gonna do some pink and green. So these will just, I'm just cutting little, anytime you see an empty spot that you want to add some, just a little touch of ribbon to, you just cut some 12-inch ribbon tails. I'm going to add them in there. Let's see, Easter is a little bit earlier this year. It's April 5th. At least it's not in March. It sneaks up on you when it's in March, but April 5th, April 7th, something like that. It's kind of early April. Okay, so there's that one. I cannot see what that looks like. It's so far away. You can leave it like this, or you can add in extras. I would typically hang this on a door and take a step back and see what it looks like to see if any ribbons or anything need to be floofed or it needs anything extra. But we're going to add a little something extra. Okay, so I grabbed these the pink linen bushes, but that pink is kind of hot pink. If you like it, you can use that. It also, this is good because it also has the little white beads in it too, so you could add those in there for filler if you want. That's a little hot pink for me because this is a really soft pink wreath. Oh, thanks, Kathy. You too can make your own with a wreath kit from thewreathshop.com. Okay, we have these pink Easter eggs. These are polished pink Easter eggs, so they kind of have this iridescent, almost glittery looking. They do look glittery, but they're not. They're just covered in this pink iridescent, but they're on the green stems too, so they're kind of perfect. You can add those in. We're out. This is everybody's favorite filler, the FH807 ones, the Eva leaf foam flower thing, whatever it is. We have them in white. We're currently out of the pink. We should be getting more pink in on this next shipment that's coming in, but we do have white. So you can add in the white, or you could always just add in some type of greenery or mixed greenery. We have all types of greenery bushes. This is a big one you could cut up and just add in for some greenery. What do you think, Sonia? I think I'm gonna add the white ones. I might also add the Easter eggs. I have a hard time trying to figure out how to add in things that aren't florals or greenery. I have a hard time with that, but I really think you could just take each of these stems off, so then you have 3 stems with 3 eggs each, and just kind of place them in a triangle around your wreath. You know what? I forgot to turn on my glue gun. Of course I did. Where is my glue gun? It always gets moved to the opposite side of the table, and I can never reach over on that side to use it. throw everything over there to the side so they can sweep in here. Oh, I can't see it yet. I'm so old. Hi, Donna. Well, we pretty much finished our wreath now, but I'm just now turning on my glue gun. So that's gonna take a few minutes to heat up. So you can just take this and pull it apart. This is what we do with our sprays. We just pull them apart. Get this out of the way. I still have glue and stuff all over this from the last wreath. And you can clip these and clip them apart. And you can use this as 3 pieces, just how we pulled it apart, or you can pull it apart into even more. But so I like to take 2. I think Sonia usually takes 3. She loves her florals. So while we're waiting on the glue gun to heat up, pulling these apart. Again, if you are new here, we are the Wreath Shop. You can find us at thewreathshop.com. We are online only. We have all of your shipping supplies. No, we don't sell shipping supplies. We have all of your wreath making supplies. We have deco mesh, we have ribbons, we have signs, we have tons of florals and greenery. We have grapevine wreath bases. We have moss wreath bases. We have lots of decorative picks and sprays. I'm gonna see, I don't do this that much, so I'm gonna see. These do need to be shorter. You clip these shorter. I just don't know if I wanna leave these full and just put 6 full pieces in, or pull them apart more and spread them around. So you can always just place these in your wreath first before you glue them in. Always a good idea. I think if you pull them apart more and spread them throughout it, it looks a little more greenery filled and not so intentional, I guess. Not as noticeable. Does that make sense? So I'm going to pull these apart even more. I think. I'm afraid to. Sonia, how do you do it? Hello, Tina Marie. Do you just pull these off and leave them leave them in the bunch, or do you pull them apart even more? And for y'all, those of y'all that use these at home too, tell me how you like to use them. Ow! Just stabbed myself with one of the wires. I hate it when they're, I just hate it when the stems are too long. You're trying to poke them in through all that mesh. It's easier when they're shorter. So I always pull each stem off the whole thing, but do you pull it apart even more, or do you just use the 3 stems? Snip, snip. Yeah. I think that's the second time I got stabbed in the middle of my middle finger today. My daughter's kitten got me with his little sharp kitten claw. And now I stabbed myself with a wire from one of these. You do pull them apart a little more. I think that's what I did on the last one. think it was a Valentine's wreath I did. Especially these, some of these have 2 bunches of the flowers or 3, and other ones just have a couple of the flowers. So the ones that have more, I do definitely like to pull apart. Okay, do we think the hot glue gun is hot enough yet? This part can be a little time consuming too. Preparing your florals and adding them in. Okay. I didn't keep them in bunches. That's fun. I gotta figure out how to put them back together and glue them in. Pull that paper off. More flowers. You can take the wire from one of these little stems and wrap it around all the others. What kind of frame are you using? This is a work wreath frame. I really never use the flat box frames. We always use the work wreath frames because they make things so much easier. That's how they look like from the back, and they already have all these little PVC the fluffy branches already tied. They're already attached all the way around these things. So there's 2 together in every spot. So you don't have to add your chenille stems to it. Stems are still too long. Let's see if this is hot enough. I'm always like, did I push the right button to turn it on? Always, is it the line or the circle? The line or the circle? I had actually moved this door in here because I thought, oh, maybe I'll try to hang the wreath so y'all can see it better as I'm adding stuff. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see if this will work. Can y'all see that? Let me see if I can get you closer. Getting you as close as I can. Is that too far away? I don't know if it matters. I'm gonna try not to get up in your face. So I'm just gonna take a lot of these greenery pieces and twist them together and glue them in around the wreath. And do lots of fluffing. Have to do our floofing. This part is so exciting. It's like watching paint dry or the grass grow. Just Glue it and stick it in there anywhere where it makes contact with the mesh is great. Give it some wiggles so it gets a good touch there and hold. Some of these, it has some of these twig branches on there I'm not crazy about. So you can cut those off. If anybody else has any tips, please chime in. If you have any rhyme, reason, or method you like to do this, or ways to make things easier. Don't want to hide my bow and squash it. Is that a Ryobi? What am I using? I don't even know. No, this is the Surebonder glue gun. This is an old favorite of some wreath makers, and the Surebonder, and then I use the Gorilla Glue glue sticks because you want to make sure it's gonna hold. Kind of a lot of long, lengthy pieces in here. You can start to get the idea of how just adding some extra greenery or florals really takes it up a notch. Gives it more of that spring floral look. Some around my bow. I like to get some on the inside too, so it's not all just sticking out around the outer part. And it has a bunch of these long pieces in here that you can also just trim up. It's gonna stick way out. Get some green stuff in here. Put some in there. It's also great if you have a glue pot. I have a glue pot and I never end up using it. I often heat it up and then just end up using my glue gun anyways. Sometimes I think it would be a lot easier. Oh, thank you, Sonia. I like the long grassroots look for the sides. Oh, yes, like the wispy long grass. That's always good too. I do love that. We have like some willow grass. We have other grasses. Some of these stems are really long, y'all. Again, this is a wreath kit that I'm using. It's the Happy Easter wreath kit in pink. You can find it at thewreathshop.com under wreath kits. I had kind of wished we have one of my favorite things to use when it doesn't really need to be floral or greenery is the glitter paper grass sprays. They're very wispy and they're colored and fun, but I don't think they've made it in yet. I think they're on our next shipment. The pink ones would be really cute in this. I was hoping to find those, but realized we were out. How many things of flowers did you use? Hi, Barb. These, I used 2 of the FH807 ones in white. Of course, I'm not done yet. Hopefully it'll be enough. I think Sonia usually uses 3. She likes to add a lot. I may need to grab a 3rd. Who knows? Ow! Hot glue. I'm putting flowers inside the outer ring. I'm just kind of putting them wherever, Barb. I'm definitely put them around the outer, but then you can see like on my bow, I did one on that side and one on this side. I like to have a little bit inside as well, so it's not just all sticking out from the outer completely. And some of these pieces that are in this are so long, I just like to trim them down. I'm just kind of picking my pieces to put together. I want a little bit of white in each, whether it's the flowers or the little berries. Do you have wreath kits that are 28 or 30 inches? So all of our wreath frames are the 15 inch. Typically when you make these wreaths, they can get to be pretty big. So it really just depends on how big you end up making it. It's like the mesh part itself with the ribbon tails, it typically ends up probably being about 26 inches. If you do the big full mesh and the ribbon tails sticking out, if you count the greenery, if you add in greenery or other wispy things, you can just keep making your wreath bigger and bigger. So if you add wispy things in here, like these come out even further. So it just gets bigger and bigger. It is up to you. But we only sell, like if you're looking at grapevine wreaths or moss wreaths, well, the grapevine wreaths we only sell up to 18 inches. They just get expensive to ship because we are online only. The moss wreaths, we do have an oval moss wreath that's 24 inches. Hello, Kathy. See, I probably do need to grab another one of these. I'm going to see if I can make it work. See if we can make it work with just the two. These little, the stems that the berry parts are on are shorter. They're a little harder to work with. Here, because I was saying we don't want them just all coming out the outside. We want to get some in the inner a little bit. You're welcome. Thanks for hopping on and joining us, y'all. Usually only get a handful of people on here in the middle of the day when it's a surprise live. We've been on here a little while though. I can't see how, it didn't tell me how long. I have no idea what time I started. I think I'm gonna run out of time to get to the St. Patrick's Day one. I might just put it together and then you can see what it looks like. I won't have a video for it. I'll give you a sneak peek though. I thought it'd be quicker. I forgot about this floral part. It always takes forever. Almost out of these. It's looking a little willy-nilly crazy to me right now, so once we're done on here, I'll go back and clean it up a bit. Shape it up a little bit. Rein those florals in. Might just need to cut them a little bit shorter still. See, these are on wired stems, so you can always like give them a little curl or tuck them in a bit. Or not. Actually, what you can do is just come in and snip it off. I just don't like it sticking way out like that. Put that one too. Put a little more glue on and get it in there. It's not quite so long. Really better. There we go. So I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Pick some of these greenery pieces that are sticking way out, and voila, there you go. You'll see that. This is the Happy Easter Wreath Kit from the wreathshop.com. Grab one and make your own. Send us a picture. Let us see how it turns out. And thanks for joining, y'all. Oh, wait, let me show you. Hold on. Forgot, I told you I'd give you a sneak peek of the St. Patrick's Day kit.